Hello, this is Mibiran Omoloju, and you're tuned into the Weekly Trends with Policy TV. The Defense Headquarters has released the list of 17 military personnel killed in an attack in Delta State. On Thursday, 14th of March, the lifeless bodies of military personnel were recovered by soldiers of the Joint Task Force under the supervision of the General Officer commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, at Akwoma community in the Ughelli South local government area of Delta State. Some of the recovered corpses were said to have been beheaded, while the stomachs and hearts of others were ripped off. The Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, has since then ordered a probe into the tragic killing of the military personnel. On Wednesday, 20th of March, the service chiefs appeared before the Senate Joint Committee comprising of the Army, Navy, Defense and Air Force Committee to begin an investigative hearing on the gruesome killing. Given the sensitivity of the matter, the chairman of the Joint Committee, Ahmed Lawan, disclosed that the investigative hearing will be held behind closed doors. Meanwhile, the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Wednesday, at the breaking of the Ramadan fast, disclosed that the slain soldiers will be conferred with national honors. Addressing the gathering, the Commander-in-Chief commiserated with the military and the families of the deceased, assuring that the dead victims would also get a befitting burial. The National Assembly on Wednesday, 20th of March, passed the Student Loans Act Bill 2024. President Bola Tinubu, in a letter written to the Senate last week Thursday, 14th of March, sought the repeal of the existing law and submitted a fresh bill to be passed into the law. This request came a day after the announcement of a temporary suspension of the commencement of the student loan scheme, which would allow students of the tertiary institution access interest-free loans to complete their studies. The amendment sought to the act by President Bola Tinubu, according to an explanatory memorandum made available, included the removal of the family income threshold as a condition for applying for the student loan. It also removed the guarantor requirements so that students can apply for and receive loans, subject to application and identity verification guidelines as provided by the fund. Also, student applicants can no longer be disqualified based on their parents' loan history. It established a justice and fairness provision mandating the boards to ensure a minimum national spread of loans approved and disbursed in each financial year. On repayment of loans, the bill indicated that the repayment shall begin as soon as the beneficiary becomes employed in any capacity. According to the brief, the fund shall not initiate loan recovery efforts until 2 years after the completion of the National Youth Service Corps program. It stated that a beneficiary may request an extension of enforcement action by the fund by providing a sworn affidavit indicating that he is not employed in any capacity and is not receiving any income. It pointed out that any person who provides a false statement to the fund under this section is guilty of a felony and is liable to imprisonment for 3 years. It also makes provision for loan forgiveness in the event of death or act of God causing inability to pay. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, says voice and data services affected by undersea cable cuts along the Côte d'Ivoire and Senegal coast have been restored. This is following a report made last week Thursday of damages to at least 3 subsea cables off the west coast of Africa, which disrupted internet services in Nigeria, Ghana, and other countries across the continent. Telecommunications subscribers and bank users were stranded for hours as the disruption paralyzed digital transactions and internet communications. In a statement made on Monday, 18th of March, the NCC Director of Public Affairs, Ruben Moka, said that services have now been restored to approximately 90% of their peak utilization capacities. The NCC spokesperson said that mobile network operators have assured the Commission that data and voice services would operate optimally pending full repairs of the undersea cables, as they have managed to activate alternative connectivity to bring back the situation to normalcy. Thank you for watching. Do have a lovely weekend.